Hey, what is up, guys? Alright, we have a new patch note coming up tomorrow on June 15th, Thursday. So yeah, let's check out the patch note together. So apparently there's a guaranteed enhancement cost changed. Not sure what's up with that. We'll find out soon enough. Probably there's something that they edited. Alright, so there's a maintenance schedule on 0:00 AM to 4 AM on Thursday. Most likely it might differ from the time zone, so you need to check it out. So patch details, obviously we are getting newly awakened heroes, something that we have awaited for a very long time. Wow! Okay, so we have Jack coming up. Look at that boy, Jack. Alright, so to awaken Jack, you will need 100 Rock Awakened Golems. You will need 1 million gold as well, or an awakening ticket. So 100 Rock Awakening Golems is acceptable. I believe he's in line with Kai and don't even know what other rock characters. I know Hongyom needs a lot more. The new Sia continent heroes, they require much more much more awakened golems than the older Arc continent heroes. So Jack will have a new awakened by the power of the moon, inflicting damage to enemies in his range and confuses them for 2 turns with certain probability. Alright, so there's a chance to confuse people with his awakening skill. Also, the target of this skill cannot be healed for 2 turns. That's pretty broken. You can't heal for 2 turns. Cool. Does that meaning I guess that includes self-healing as well, like lifesteal and such. So same goes for Lance. To awaken Lance, you need 100 Caesar's awakened golems, 1 million gold, or an awakening ticket if you still have that in your inventory. So the skill name, awakening skill, is called Last Fusion. Summons and coalescences with the ancient golem and attacks enemies in its range. For 2 turns, damage dealt to Lance cannot exceed specific amount. Sounds like it's very similar to Deimos' passive skill before the nerf. If Lance movement is decreased, the skill's final power increases. So this skill, it might not sound broken at first, but I guess it's very useful for Tower of Dawn Hell. Certain stage, the enemies can deal an insane amount of damage. So if you can last up to turn 4 and then let Lance use his awakening skill, so probably can help depending on what specific amount it cannot exceed, you know. Alright, so there's a hero rebalance as well. So Kai, Carrot, Lance and Jack's states are adjusted. I assume by adjusted they mean getting buffed. Alright, please no nerf. I'm looking forward to Carrot, especially. She really needs an increase in attack and crit rate at least. Some skill effects of Kai, Lance and Jack's changed. Alright, let's have a look. So I believe they released this a couple of days ago. I did saw it on Facebook, but I didn't make a video about it because I know that they will release one more patch note, something like this, alongside with the other new stuff. Alright, for Kai, let's see, making of a hero. So if HP falls below 30%, increases attack by 20% and decreases damage received by 10%. So that is before the change. So after the change, they are changing Kai's skill to if HP is above 80%, increases attack by 20% and decreases damage received by 10%. That sounds pretty... I wouldn't say it sounds broken, but it's very viable now. It makes him a lot more viable in Battle of Honor. Alright, so there's no... I believe this is the passive skill. There are no changes applied to the first, second and third skill, but it's fine. All of them are pretty good. Kai's first and second skill lacks some range though, so just need to keep that in mind. His third skill can help him to recover his HP. 20% of max HP is quite a lot, so if you can strategize accordingly, for example, if you bring in a combo of Kai and Hongyum, that could definitely help your Battle of Honor party a lot. Alright, so not much change for Kai. I'm not too sure if I like the changes. I mean, I do like the changes of the passive, but I feel like he still need a little bit of buff to be up there in terms of usage, because I think Thanatos is still a much more viable hero and option to use in almost all the contents of the game. PvE, Battle of Honor, like people are just spamming Thanatos. No one is using Kai, and the reason is the range. Thanatos, the reason why I'm comparing both of them, because both of them are rock heroes and both of them happen to be balance type as well. So you gotta keep that in mind. Like, why would you choose Kai over Thanatos? Well, in certain maps, yes, I do agree that Kai can benefit from the third skill recovering him sometimes, but most of the time, generally, I guess people would still go for Thanatos over Kai, which is kind of sad. Well, hope that it will change one day. So Lance. Alright, this guy is getting a lot of changes. Let's have a look. So strong like boulder. So I believe this is his passive skill. So before the changes, when the offensive line has 2 or more swam type fighters, Lance movement increases by 2 and mastery by 1070. Alright, so after the change, they are adding if Lance's movement is decreased, takes 15% less damage from paper type enemies. Wow! That's quite strong. Alright, we are talking about 15% less damage from paper type enemies. That can help a lot, especially on Tower of Dawn Hell, like I mentioned earlier. Alright, let's have a look at the first skill, Boulder Drop. Attacks enemy at 134% of attack, and now he can taunt paper type enemies at 80% chance for 1 turn. Wow, this is similar to Electra's third skill. I'm not sure if the Soul Gear help increases the 80% chance to 90 or 100%, but it sounds like Lance is now viable for Thursday guild raids if you are still using the old RNG strat to disarm the boss. So you can... oh yeah, this is taunt, this is not disarm, yeah. So taunting, so for taunting, yeah, maybe not that useful, but still it's more of a Battle of Honor thing, I guess. Paper type enemies, so you are forcing the enemy paper tanks or range alike to attack him. So that's quite high, 80% chance. Alright, second skill, Earthquake. Causes an earthquake that devastates enemies in its path at 159.2% attack. So if used while Lance is on the same tile, this skill increases his defense by 100,900 and creates a 100% chance of taunting enemies for 1 turn. So it's now switched to if Lance's movement is decreased, decreases enemies' defense by 2400 and taunts them at 100% for 1 turn. I actually like the old one more. If used while Lance is on the same tile, as opposed to if Lance's movement is decreased. So yeah, you have to have his movement decrease, but that's what his third skill is for. So apparently his third skill, Lance pounces on an enemy to inflict 190.3% of attack on all enemies within range, increases his defense by 3250 and slows Lance and the affected enemies down by 3 for 2 turns. This effect cannot be cancelled. So yeah, Lance, for him to use to benefit from decreases enemies' defense by 2400 and times them at 100%. For the second skill, he needs to be able to apply his third skill first, because his third skill reduces his movement and the enemies surrounding him. So you need to strategize using his skills accordingly, and yeah, can be a bit finicky and can be a bit complicated. So I still don't see him being viable in Battle of Honor that much. I think people will stick to Chris or maybe even Jack for tanking. For Lance, he might be viable in Tower of Dawn Hell though, and maybe certain PvE content as well. Alright, let's have a look at Jack. Yo, Jack. Hideous Strength. Alright, so passive skill recovers 19%. So they are adding, if Jack has 50% or higher HP, increase his aggro by 30% and movement by 1. What? That is OP. Wow. So Jack he just need to always be more than half HP, and he will always have the aggro of 30% and additional 1 movement. That means he will have 6 movement at the beginning of the battle. Alright, so for his first skill, 136.9% attack. So now it casts Lifesteal effect on the enemy for 1 turn, which recovers allies' HP by 23% HP of their damage. So by attacking the enemy with first skill, it's similar to Mass passive, I believe, Master's one, and you can not his passive, I mean his first skill. So the lifesteal can recover anyone who is attacking the enemy inflicted with this status. Alright, so second skill, bite them all. So bites the enemy, inflicting damage equal to 165% of attack, and continues to inflict 51% damage over time for 3 turns. Jack recovers 30% of his max HP. Wow. Wait. Oh, this is second skill. That means it's similar to Krut's second skill. 30% of his max HP. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. And does it stack with his lifesteal, passive lifesteal? He recovers HP 90% and 30% of his max HP. That's a lot. Wow. Wow, man. Alright, so Scratch Storm, his third skill, swipes multiple enemies in the front, inflicts 206.8% of attack damage, and deals additional damage at 19.4% of enemies' max HP. So this is useful for certain Tower of Dawn bosses, because those they are not immune to percent HP damage. So Kai's Soul Gear Overlap skill effect has changed. So they are changing Kai's passive. Without the Soul Gear, it activates when below 80%, above 80%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if HP is above 80%, but if you max out his Soul Gear, if HP is above 50%, then it increase attack by 20% and decrease damage by 10%. Imagine a Kai with Darsomir and Beast Rain. Wow! That will be so strong. We are going to see that a lot in especially the lava map. Adjustments. Alright, so World Conquest and Sia Continent difficulty adjusted. So they are adjusting monsters' stats and levels in Monghyun Harbor, Mohan, and Bamboo Grove. That's cool. So that means the Sia Continent, all of the stages are getting easier now. That will help newer players to be able to access all the stage. So Refinement Stone Dungeon at Pit of Nephthys is rebalanced. So they rebalance normal and hard difficulty. I'm not sure what does rebalance mean. Does it mean that they are reducing the difficulty and then They are adding a chaos difficulty. Hopefully it's not too hard. Or else people will have to rely on using the subjugation tickets, which is kind of dumb, you know. You will want to save those for the rune dungeons instead. The energy cost for each slot refinement stone dungeons have been unified. The energy cost for each difficulty has been gradually adjusted. Increased overall drop rate of refinement stones. Thank you! I've been looking forward to this, yes. I'm glad that they are increasing the overall drop rate. It's been pretty abysmal. I mean, without the ×2 event that they gave us last time, it's very difficult to farm up refinement stones. Takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of time, and you only barely get like 900 over the course of 3 to 400 energies. I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to increased overall drop rate. New contents, alright. So recruit scenario replay added. Wow, what is this? Target hero Celestial, Deimos, and Scion. Recruit scenario can be replayed by clicking the book icon at hero list, select target hero information. So they are adding a recruit scenario replay for Celestial, Deimos, and Scion. Now that would be interesting. I would love to see them. Do they not have it right now on them? Celestial, Deimos, and Scion. I'll be sure to check it out when the update is applied. Alright, so recruit scenario. So guaranteed enhancement system added. Guaranteed enhancement refines or enhances equipment to +9 legend grade by a click. A single click. I've been looking forward to this. So basically, as opposed to clicking enhancing every time, you can now press a single click and it will get your equipment to +9, I believe. Let's check it out. Equipment Specialist Mastery at Lot Mastery decreases cost of guaranteed enhancement. The cost of guaranteed enhancement is the sum of refinement and enhancement costs. Equipment Specialist Mastery only decreases the cost of enhancement. Alright, so guaranteed enhancement cost, gold cost changed. So for slot 1, it costs you 70,500. That's a bit pricey, isn't it? Slot 1 is quite easy to enhance. If you enhance it all the way, you usually can enhance it all the way without fail. Slot 2, 159,100 gold. Slot 3, 427,000. Slot 4, 911,100. Slot 5, 1,529,000. That's a lot of gold. Is this for real, bro? Use the following materials. So you can basically enhance without failing. I'm looking at slot 4 and slot 5. I think slot 1 to slot 3, usually I don't have that much difficulty. But 911,000 for slot 4 and 1.5 million for slot 5. Do I actually take that much if I enhance it on myself? I usually do add the current event coin to increase the chances even further. I'm not sure if with this you can apply that as well. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Alright, so there's a new event shop. Obviously today is the last day of the current event shop. If you guys have yet to purchase anything, yeah, make sure to grab them all while you still can. Alright, so from June 15th to July 12th, Wednesday, products in event shop can be bought with the event coin obtainable from World Conquest or Dungeons. Okay, so we are getting the regular stuff for daily: gold, mana stones, soul stones, energy potions, golden cuckoos, and modification stones. Make sure to purchase all these every day. And then we get the limited purchase. So what are we getting? Spooky gene fragments. Alright, so they are bringing back Spooky and Banshee, I believe. So twin made Spooky. So there's a costume and then there's a Spooky specific set for slot 3. Then Serafina as well, Serafina costume, and then you're getting a Magic Knights class Serafina slot 3, Perfect Genes, Transcendence ticket, and the Devil's Soul. Alright, so new events. Alright, let's have a look. Lost Island. Lost Island of popular heroes will remain open for a certain period. That includes Banshee, Catseed, Lucas, Krat, and Reyna. So from June 15th to June 29th, the Lost Island will remain open during the event period. You can obtain Banshee, Catseed, Lucas, Krat, and Reyna's gene fragments upon clearing their Lost Island dungeons. All other Lost Island will be opened based on their original schedule during the event period. Cool. So yeah, make sure to farm all of these Banshee, Catseed, Lucas, Krat, and Reyna. All these are pretty viable, very strong heroes. I do like Catseed a lot. I feel like she's definitely stronger than Muzaka. For those of you who did not obtain him during Nobli's event, she's a pretty viable option as well. And of course, Lucas, Krat, and Reyna. Double event coin event. So the event coin rewards for clearing dungeons will be doubled during the event period. Wow, that's cool. That means as opposed to getting 12, we are getting 24. And as opposed to getting 24, we are getting 48. Cool. Okay, new World Conquest event will begin based on your suggestions and opinions. Hot Time World Conquest Burning event. What does this mean? Wow, this event. June 15, July 13th. So for CR Continent, Monday to Saturday, we are getting Hero Gene drop rate times 2 and Hero Experience obtain rate times 2. That means we can level up the stupid Rio gang to level 70 on CR Continent right now. I mean after tomorrow. Wow! And then on Sunday, Hero Gene drop rate times 2 and Gold obtain rate times 2. Wow! Wow, that's cool. Actually, it's still the same, I guess. For Arc Continent, Monday to Friday, we are getting Hero Gene drop rate times 2. Saturday, we are getting that and Gold obtain rate times 2. And on Sunday, Hero Gene and Hero Experience rate times 2. Cool! Alright, I'm looking forward to leveling my heroes. Monday to Saturday on CR Continent, maybe I'll just spam the Ildo's stage or the Hyungyom stage just to level up Rio Gang. If you guys aren't doing it, there's a if you can max level your Awakened Rio Gang, you're getting slot some sort of equipment ticket. I can't even remember what slot is it. I think 4-star to 6-star equipment ticket, selection ticket, or is it random? I'm not too sure. Alright, so Awakening Conquest Package. What is this? Awakening Conquest Package. Alright, so this is obviously some pay to win package. So if you can purchase this, it gives you 450 crystals, 1 awakening ticket, 300 perfect genes, 10 energy potions, 30 subjugation tickets, and each of the Devil's Soul, rock, scissor, and paper. So you can purchase this for 5 times. Some amazing pay to win package right here, boys. You can get this Subjugation Package added. That's cool. So they are adding something new right here. So June 15, July 13, we'll have this available. So there's a Subjugation Package 1, which you can purchase once per week, which give you 10 energy potions and 10 subjugation tickets. So if you can afford to purchase Subjugation Package 2, you are getting 500 crystals and 60 energy potions and 100 subjugation tickets. And you can get this 5 times per week. Wow. Just wow. Imagine if you have 500 crystals and 100 subjugation tickets. That's like 2,500 crystals and 500 subjugation tickets every week. If you are a whale, of course, get as much as you can. Number 3, popular hero comeback event package added. Let's see, what is this? Oh, so there's a. These are some of the older packages. Celestial package, you can purchase this 1000 gene fragments, and you're getting her full set equipment and the costume as well. And of course 5 paper golden cuckoos. Not bad, not bad. Deimos, same thing, you're getting 1000 of his gene fragments, the costume, and his exclusive set for slot 3. I don't think it's worth getting either of these. It's too costly. Banshee, yeah, you can get same thing, slot 3. Save your crystals, just save it for pulls. Should gamble for 2 pulls, 2 times 10 pulls. Lucas, definitely not worth it. Don't get it. Reina, like all of this has a price, 2500 crystals, with the exception of Reina. Look at this, no price. There's no price. You know why? Because you need real cash. Real cash. But Reina's package is probably the most worth it of all. Her costume is pretty good, and her exclusive slot 3 is one of the best, if not the best, that you can buy. Crud package. Definitely not worth it. Do not buy the Cruds one as well. Save your crystals for 2 times 10 pulls instead. So there's a Cat Seed special package as well. Not worth it. Ildo special package, which again there's no price. No price. Because you need cash. You need cash. This thing costs maybe 99 bucks. I'm not sure. So same goes for Taihua and Hongyom. But you are getting quite a lot of things. You're getting the costume. The costume costs 990 crystals. The full set equipment costs 2000 crystals almost. And then you're getting 3200 mana stones, 200 slot 3 modification stones, a slot 3 transcendence ticket, and a 5-star special rebirth ticket. You're getting quite a lot. So yeah, it could be worth it if you have a lot of cash laying around. But out of all of these 6-star set, I think Reina's is the most worth it. But too bad you can only purchase using cash. So her set increases attack by 2318, increases HP by 9710, and if 3 or more buffs or debuffs cast on the character, will increase her movement by an additional 1. So yeah, her exclusive set reminds me of the Surgeon set. Yeah, I want to be the Surgeon, or something like that. They are quite similar, just the HP, as opposed to 10%, it increases HP by 9710. It's a pretty decent set. Crud, Cat Seed, Ildo. I see a lot of people purchasing Ildo's exclusive set. I believe you can purchase it for 1990 crystals, but I would recommend Hongyom's over Ildo's if you have to choose only one out of these 3. Out of Hongyom, Taihua, and Ildo, get Hongyom one, because that critical damage increased by 10% for the first 3 turns. That's a lot. Alright, so yeah, so you can purchase their exclusive set for 1990 crystals, almost 2k, up to 5 times. Wow. You can transcend it up to plus 14, 15. Wait. If you can only purchase it 5 times, they have brought this. Well, if you have purchased it before this, yeah, you can get it up to plus 15, I believe. Some changes. the highest possible grade has been downgraded to S when clearing a dungeon after revival. The achievement regarding the dungeon clearing can be obtained when using subjugation tickets. You can directly access the Lord's costume menu upon touching the jelly-like pink beans light banner. Cool changes. Error fixed! Wow, so much errors fixed. I'm not going to read all of this. It's just too much for me to read. I'm glad that they are fixing their errors, you know. Good job, Nexon. Good job. Alright guys, I think that's... Oh, events ended. Special modification extravaganza ends. I believe this refers to the modification. Right now, if you lock up to 3 potentials on your equipment, it will only consume 6 potions as opposed to 8. It will end tonight. So if you are still, you know, thinking about modifying some of your potentials on your equipment, go ahead, you know, before the update comes. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. It's a long one. Definitely I'll check out a couple of things when the update comes. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to come back for more Fantasy War Tactics content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!